Hello friends and my dear students. As we know that why we are running an online teaching program, because to protect ourselves from the disease. The Ayush Mantralaya, our state government, central government, continuously creating awareness in people to protect ourselves from the infection and to increase the immunity of a body. In this, the human health and disease chapter, we are going to study the same thing, that is, what is the mean of the immunity, how it can work in our body, which type of cells takes part in to increase the immunity of body, their structure and their function. Now let's start with the human health and diseases. Health does not mean simply the absence of a disease or a physical fitness. In fact, it is difficult to apply or define health. According to World Health Organization, health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease. In short, health is the birthright of the human. Health also reflects the metabolic and functional efficiency of living organism. The immunity system. The system which protects ourselves from various infectious agents is called the immune system. Every day, we are exposed to various foreign bodies, including the infectious agent like bacteria and viruses. Despite a constant exposure to variety of pathogens, most of us remain healthy. This is due to fact the human body has the ability to resist almost all type of the foreign bodies. The resistance is nothing but the ability to protect the damage or diseases through our defense mechanism. Now the immunology. It is a branch of science which deals with the study of immune system, immune response to foreign substances and their role in resisting the infection by pathogen. Immunity, it is in fact the freedom or exempt. The concept of immunity is believed to be started by Edward Jenner in England. He developed a cowpox vaccine for the protection against the attack of a smallpox. Now the antigen. Any foreign substances invading body and capable of stimulating an immune response is called an antigen. The antibody is nothing but to protective chemical produced by immune cells in response to antigen are called antibodies. Now the classification of immunity. This immunity is divided into two main parts. The first is the innate immunity or inborn immunity and the acquired immunity. This innate immunity, it shows the some factors, that is the epithelial surface present, then the antimicrobial substances in blood and tissues, cellular factors in innate immunity, fever, acute phase proteins. This acquired immunity is again divided into passive and active acquired immunity. Again, this passive immunity is divided into natural acquired passive immunity and artificial acquired passive immunity. The active immunity is again divided into natural and artificial, means the acquired active immunity, it is the natural and also the artificial. The innate immunity or natural immunity or inborn immunity. It is the resistance to infections that an individual possesses by virtue of his or her genetic makeup. It is the natural defense system of body. It is non-specific when it indicates a degree of resistance to infection in general or specific where resistance to a particular pathogen is concerned. This immunity comprises the various types of barrier which prevent the entry of a foreign particle inside the body. Now, which are these barriers? The epithelial surface, antimicrobial substances in blood and tissues, cellular factors in innate immunity, fever, and acute phase protein. Let's start with the epithelial surface. Epi means the above. Mostly, the skin plays the role in this barrier. The healthy skin possesses bactericidal activity due to presence of a high concentration of salt in drying sweat. Sebaceous secretion and long chain of fatty acid have also bactericidal and fungicidal properties. The mucosa of respiratory tract has several innate mechanisms of defense. The nodes prevent entry of microorganisms to a large extent, the inhaled particle being arrested through hair or nor the nasal chambers. It is avoid this hair to protect the entry of dust particle in respiratory tract. Those that passed beyond are held by mucous lining, the epithelium, and are swept back to pharynx where they tend to swollen or coughed out. The cough reflex is an important defense mechanism of respiratory tract. The mouth is constantly bathed in saliva which has inhibitory effect of microorganisms. The acidity of gastric secretions in the stomach destroy microorganisms. The flushing action of urine eliminate bacteria from the urethra. The second, antimicrobial substances in blood and tissues. The complement system contains more than 30 serum proteins circulating in blood in an inactive state. The presence of microbial pathogen activates the complement cascade to eliminate pathogen. The interferon are a class of cytokines released by virally cell infected with viruses and certain WBCs to stimulate the other cell to protect themselves from viral infection. Third, cellular factors in innate immunity. Natural defense against the invasion of blood and tissue by microbes and other foreign particles is mediated to a large extent by phagocytic cells which ingest and destroy them. Phagocytic cells are grouped as microphages. They remove foreign particles that enter the body. A class of lymphocyte called natural killer cell is an important non-specific defense against the viral infection and tumors. Fever. Increase in body temperature following the infection is a natural defense mechanism. It helps to accelerate the physiological processes to destroy the invading pathogens. Fever stimulates the production of interferons and helps to recover from viral infections. The acute phase protein. Infection on injury leads to a sudden increase in concentration of a certain plasma protein, collectively called acute phase protein. It includes C-reactive protein, mannose binding protein, alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, serum amyloid, etc. Acute phase proteins are believed to enhance host resistance, prevent tissue injury, and promote repair of inflammatory lesions. This process here shows the phagocytosis. This phagocytosis is nothing but to engulf the entry of a microorganism in body. Automatically, these processes identify the foreign particle and destroy itself by engulfing. Now the acquired immunity. The resistance that an individual acquired during life is known as acquired immunity. It is also known as adaptive or specific immunity. It involves the formation of antibodies in body which neutralize the antigen. Acquired or adaptive immunity has the following features. Specificity. It can produce a specific antibody or T lymphocyte against a particular antigen or pathogen. Diversity, it can recognize a vast variety of pathogens or foreign molecules. Discrimination between self and non-self. It can distinguish our own body cell and foreign molecules. They may be bacteria, viruses, etc. Memory. When the immune system encounter a specific foreign agent for first time, it generates an immune response and eliminates the invader. This is called first encounter when the same pathogen bring about quicker and stronger immune response. Now the types of the acquired immunity. Active and passive immunity. Again, both are classified into two subtypes: natural acquired active immunity, artificial acquired active immunity, natural acquired passive immunity, and artificial acquired passive immunity. Now, this active immunity is the resistance developed by an individual as a result of an antigenic stimulus is known as adaptive immunity. Natural acquired active immunity, acquired due to infection, is called natural active immunity. It is developed after the entry of pathogen in body and it is long lasting immunity. Suppose a person who has recovered from the attack of measles develop natural acquired active immunity against that for the lifetime. Artificial acquired active immunity, it is the resistance induced by vaccine. Vaccine is introduced in the body to stimulate the formation of antibodies by immune system. For example, a polio vaccine, BCG vaccine, they are ingesting in body to protect the infection throughout the lifespan. Passive immunity, it is acquired when ready-made antibodies are received by the body. Natural acquired passive immunity. Before birth, maternal antibodies are transferred from mother to fetus through the placenta. After birth, antibodies are transferred from mother to infant to the colostrum, means the milk, and the continuous throughout the period of breastfeeding. The antibodies received by baby for short time. Therefore, natural acquired passive immunity is short lived. Natural acquired passive immunity developed by injecting previously prepared antibodies using serum from humans or animals. Antibodies obtained from hyperimmunized horses are injected to human against rabies pathogen, which is short lived. This is about the immunity and its types.